in terms of what my toughest part was, I think it's growing up with a man in the house that isn't my dad. And
Hmm.
it's and similarly for the kids that Lee lives with now, not well, actually dissimilarly, I it happened to me when I was 4 or 5 years old. So it I've gotten over it quicker, but you just live Lee lives life in his own house differently to how his neighbor will, to how their neighbor will, to how their neighbor will. And it just that adjustment period, especially, you know, of the imposing age that maybe they are now, makes it tough to accept someone new in your home.
Hmm.
And I'm not saying that Lee's probably doing a bad job or anything like that, but it's an example
I'm
of where
awesome. That's
that
the crux
exactly
of this situation is I'm awesome.
exactly that. But when I was 4 or 5 years old, that was okay. But then when we started to bang heads when I was that teenager, um, their personality type conflicts heavily with mine, and it did often come to blows is the wrong phrase, but it did escalate quite heavily, and it would cause quite heated arguments. And um, the way that they parent is in no way the way that I would ever want to be parented or I would ever want to parent. So that just makes it a challenge and made it a challenge growing up. And I think that contributed to me being as introverted as I am. And I don't have a problem with that. But you you forget how much moments in life can have an impact on your life later in that life as well. So it you know, it was that was probably the toughest part for me, that adjustment period.